building something. Um, those of you that will show up later, you guys can figure out where I am in this, and those of you watching this, like once it's completed, you will get the intro and whatnot. Everyone else will just have to tag along later. And just realized I don't have my phone open, so I can read the comments if we get any. Let me open up YouTube. I don't have a second screen, so I always have to look down at my phone in case anyone comments. It's not the best of scenarios, but I have a 32-inch TV that my computer's hooked up into, so it's not that bad. I also don't have a desk. I live in a studio apartment where I don't have any room at all, so um, I play all of my games while sitting on my bed, and then across from my bed I have this nightstand-esque thing. It's basically a TV tray you can fold up, but I haven't folded up in forever, and that's where I have like my keyboard, my mouse, and it's ergonomically terrible, but it gets the job done for what I need it to do. And why the hell won't YouTube load for me my videos? Come on. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Oh, shoot. Alright, well, there's one person watching at least. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna pop in here in a second. Might have to use my other account, though. Yeah, I'll just use my other account first. Yep, you are first. Congratulations. Anyways, I'm building an aerodynamics hybrid slash wooden coaster, and if you're wondering what that is, there's only two of them in existence, and it might soon be one. So, the two in existence are Gemini at Cedar Point and Excalibur at Valley Fair. And ever since I was a kid and I saw Excalibur in some book, I always thought that it looked really, really cool. And it's probably going away this year, and I'm really, really bummed that I probably won't ever get to ride it, and that makes me really sad. Because right now I don't really have the budget to go all the way up to Minnesota. So I'm bummed that I'm gonna miss out on this really, really cool looking roller coaster. But oh well, what are you gonna do? And keep in mind, I've never ridden one of these, so I'm just kind of gonna base it off of what I think it would be like. And I've kind of done something similar to this when I built I built the Mine Train coaster, but the Mine Train coaster itself wasn't out yet, so I used this instead. And it actually worked pretty well. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Alright, so like all aero coasters, it's a pretty safe bet that it's gonna start out with a little drop out of the station, and then I'm gonna do something a bit different, and I'm gonna have it turn right here. I'll make that a little bit bigger. Delete that one too. There we go. I want that to be kind of close to the path. I'll probably extend the path also. Like I said, I want this to be a kind of weird, non-traditional park where you have a bunch of weird attractions. I still don't know if I'm going to keep that jet coaster. It's really, really tough to decide. Okay, right here is going to be the transfer track section. A lot of older aero coasters have them before the lift hill. So right here, I'm just going to add trim brakes that aren't going to do anything at all. Whoops, that was too big. Let's see. Yeah, that should work. And then I'll add this straight section here, and then I'll have it turn. Maybe a little bit smaller than that. And then we'll have the lift hill, and that'll be 33. Yep, that seems fine. Okay. And it doesn't really matter the length I make this because I'm just going to support it later. Actually, that looks a bit steep. I'm going to Maybe go down to 22. There we go. Right, I hope they don't get rid of Excalibur 2. Right? It looks so unique. It's such a cool little ride. Like, why would you get rid of that? Like, I would legit be sad. Like, there's a few credits that I've missed out on that I'm sad about, and that would be one of them. One of the other ones is Big Bad Wolf from Busch Gardens. Because, I mean, that thing just looked really, really cool. Alright, I'm going to have it do something a little bit different right here just because of space. And, let's see. Yeah, you know what, that's a bit too much for the pre-drop. That looks better. And I'll bank it. So this right here is just pure basic arrow with having a little turn before the main drop. And then we'll have it start going down, and they're not really very steep. I think that should be just fine. And go ahead and start leveling that out. Okay. Your mom and aunt got to ride Big Bad Wolf. I'm jealous of your mom and aunt because that thing looks so cool. Like, I have Ninja, so I can't really complain a whole lot because that's generally regarded to be like the best aero suspended coaster, except for Eagle Fortress, which I never got to ride either. And I would say that I'm sad about it, but I kind of only knew about it for like a minute until it like got torn down. So while it looked really, really cool, I'm not like devastated that I never got to ride it. Like, it looked cool, and apparently there's rumors that they might try and bring it back. Like, they might get like Vekoma to work with them, but I don't really know if I can see that happening, just because it's been so long that that thing's even operated that, like, why would they decide to do it now of all times, like when it's been closed for like a really long time. Also, that's taller than that. Let's start bottoming you out here. And okay, and right here I'm gonna have it go like that. It's a pretty good arrow transition. Have it bottom out a little bit. On the subject of Busch Gardens Williamsburg, I'm also jealous of anyone that got to ride Drakenfire, because it just, like, again, it just looks so unique that it's so cool. Like, I am such a sucker for like unique aero coasters. Like, I think that now, like, Aero wouldn't stand a chance if they were to build things like how they build them today. But like back then, like, they were considered to be innovative. Like we can thank like where coasters are today because of Aero. Like, literally, like, you can't thank anybody else besides Aero. Like, they literally invented this style of track with the tubular steel. Before that, steel coasters just used I-box track. Well, that's not even really, like, it's kind of being generous to call it I-box track. It was just like some I-beams flat, like some flat track. Like, if you look at the old like Myler like kiddie coasters from the 50s, that's basically what I'm talking about. And they didn't look like anything to really be impressed by or anything. But like, once they built Matterhorn, Disney wanted a smooth ride, and they couldn't do that with a wooden coaster, not inside of a mountain. So they went with Aero because they had already worked with them previously, and they got Matterhorn, and the rest is history. Okay. Now, I kind of want it to go the other way, now that I look at it. And I'll start banking it. As you can see, I'm obviously basing this more off of Excalibur than I am Gemini. Like, Gemini would honestly be kind of boring to do. Like, I'll probably add like some elements into it that are a bit like reminiscent of what it did, but not a whole lot. Also, that looks really, really bad. I'll see what I can do with that. And another weird turnaround thing. I think I'd be really, really sad if they got rid of Loch Ness Monster, just because that's such an iconic roller coaster with its interlocking loops. Like, I was already bummed that I never got to ride Orient Express at Worlds of Fun, just because I'm such an Arrow fan, and it's the only other coaster to have interlocking loops. Like, it's just such a cool thing, like, that Arrow was like, yeah, I guess we can do that. And they did, and it's, like, probably one of the most photographed roller coasters in the world. Is that straight? Yeah, it is. You know, I'll add an air hill now, because I feel like this should probably have one at this point. And make this an arrow-shaped hill. The shaping is kind of similar to the hills that I had to build on the jet coaster, where it's just really, really bad. Let's see. It should clear that just fine. I don't really want this to get too far over here, so I think I'll go ahead and add a turnaround and probably a mid-course break. Now, I'm not sure how tall I need to make this. Come on. Sorry, I'm trying to get my cat to come up on the bed. I just got a cat last week, and she's super, super cute, and she loves me. Her name is Lady Charleston, or you can call her Charlie. She is my favorite. She jumped up on the bed. Okay. Now, back to 0. And I'll start turning it around this way. And I'll straighten it out here. And I'll add the block section. And that's on the edge. You know what? I like a good challenge. Let's do this. There we go. That looks good. I'll bank it so it's not as bad as it was. And okay, cool. This doesn't go in that area at all. It goes next to it, which I think will look really, really cool. Not that anyone can possibly see that angle. Loch Ness is one of Arrow's more smoother coasters. That's what I've heard. One of my favorite roller coasters, like by Arrow, is probably kind of a lesser known one. And if you look at it, you'd be like, why would that be in like one of your favorite coasters? And that is Canyon Blaster at Adventure Dome. It's just like this simple little like Arrow double loop, double corkscrew thing, but like that ride is like the Arrow looper version of Batman the Ride. Like that thing does not stop. Like it's one of the most intense roller coasters that I've ever been on, and I love that thing. Like the few times that I've been to Adventure Dome, I can never decide which I want to ride more, that or El Loco. Also, where the hell did my cursor go? Okay, thank you. Alright, apparently that was too big. So gotta do something smaller. Also, I don't know if I want to add another lift hill. Okay, that should be fine. I could always add one after the fact. It would be a very, very, very Arrow thing to do to end this thing with a lift hill. Hey Christian, what's up? No, I just realized that since I've relaunched the channel, Mike still hasn't done a solo video. He's at Raging Waters right now. I was supposed to go, but I got a cat, so I couldn't go. And I kind of need to yell at him to do a video. He has so many ideas, and he just hasn't done anything. I hope it clears this. Where's the train? There's the train. No one's gonna like this ride. By the way, I'm just looking at the excitement rating, and it's all pretty tame. Nice little air hill. That part right there is kind of bad. You're gonna get some crazy laterals. Just slam you into the side. Oh, that was so arrow. Oh, that's kind of bad. Okay, I can fix this. It seems like I could just have this a little bit taller. Dude, Mike has full access to the channel. He's already in there as like he's like in the system as like a content mod, so he could do whatever he wanted. Like he could upload. Alright, that's at 100 now. I think that's gonna work better. Also, I can line this up more accordingly with the park boundaries. Angle snap. There we go. Okay. Now we'll have that straight now, and I should add optional catwalk. You know what else I should do is I should have that at a slight angle. We turn off that, and come on. Okay. Not that slight. Little bit less, like 305. Arrow 305. And optional catwalk. Okay. He just messaged me. Dude, Shaun, you have to come. Dr. Von Fuck is actually intense. Yeah, I'm really sad that I'm not at Raging Waters. Can you do Ben Schiff's Wild Mouse Coaster? What is that? Like, I would build that, but I have no idea what it is. It sounds interesting based off the name. Like, who's Ben Schiff? Yeah, we'll give it a straight drop now. That'll be fun. Looks less painful than what I had there before. Okay. And no, I'm gonna give this thing a non-inverting hill because I think that Excalibur might have one. I don't know. I've never been on it, but I feel like I've looked at pictures. No, don't do that. And I feel like it does have one, so I feel like this should have one too. Also, I really like how low to the ground it is right there. Even though part of it goes in the terrain, that's fine with me. What is Ben Schiff's Wild Mouse Coaster? I'm gonna look it up. Ben Schiff Wild Mouse. Okay, there's a video on it. I'll have to watch it later. Wait, it's also an RCDB. Images. Oh wow, that thing looks weird. That's not the same. No, I don't. Cause I've been on Wild Chipmunk before, and Treetop Racers when it was at Adventure City, but I don't think that's what this is. Let me look it up. Chipmunk roller coaster. Also, if you guys have ever considered going to Lakeside, don't go to Lakeside. It's the worst park I've ever been to. Um, the one time that I went there, I tried taking pictures of things, and then they yelled at me and made me sign a cease and desist. Otherwise, I would be trespassed for taking pictures. Apparently, on their website, they tell you, "Hey, don't take pictures." And I had never gone to their website. Why should I? It's a theme park. What theme park doesn't allow you to take pictures? The answer is Lakeside. And they probably don't want you taking pictures because it's such a piece of shit park. Like there were rides just like hanging off to like the side that weren't open. Like you could tell they weren't going to open either. Like they were just kind of there doing nothing. It was bad. Um, I went on their flying scooters, and it had probably the longest cycle that I've ever had on a flying scooter, and that's literally the only positive that I have about that place. Everything else was just reminiscent of a dumpster fire. Um, it's not even worth the credit, honestly, to get roller coaster or whatever it's called, Cyclone. Is it Lakeside Cyclone? I don't remember. I really don't care. That place is bad. Also, I just kind of realized that my design for this is very, very mine trainy. But these rides are kind of just big mine trains anyways. Same thing with Aero Hyper coasters. They're just big mine trains. And that's what this one is too. Check the comments again. Let's see. I want to build a spaghetti style coaster so bad, but they're such a pain in the ass to build. Like I could probably do it better now that they've got rid of a lot of the collision detection. I can just manually fix things, but it's still going to be a pretty big hassle. I'm not going to say no to it. Oh geez, that's bad. Hold on. Drag to the left. There we go. And I could just delete. Where are you going, Charlie? You silly girl. Quit kicking me, you brat. And... Alright, I'm already getting kind of close to the station, so now I kind of have to decide if I do want to do a second lift. You know what? Screw it. Let's second lift this. Alright, so... Whoops, don't want that. I want that. And then a block section. Let's see, optional catwalk on. I realize how weird it is to have an upwards block section, but it'll be fine. Alright? I got this. It's totally normal. It has kicker tires anyway, so it's not like it wouldn't be able to clear it. And then right here, I'll have you going here. And then this part right here is going to be pretty short. I mostly just want this thing to be able to run a lot of trains. Was all these roller coasters open in the late 50s until it closed in 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s? Some of those are still standing but not operating. What, like where were they built? Like, were they all in the States, or were some of them built, like, elsewhere? I'll have it go this way. Ooh, right here I should just put some like ridiculous arrow airtime hell. And then bam! Right in the legs. That's way too close. And why did you go to sleep, phone? I didn't tell you to. I'm kind of watching the live chat. Okay, that's not gonna work like that. I'll have it go like... and extend it this way. Can add a nice little head chopper right there. Also, just out of curiosity, what other Planet Coaster channels do you guys watch? Just curious, like, want to see if you have any of the same ones. Because I think that all the other creators also watch other people. It's kind of stupid not to. Actually, let me rephrase that. What other creators do you watch that aren't Silverette? Also, that is banked. Why? Everyone watches Silverette. Let me fix that. Normal degrees. And up top. Okay, there we go. Alright, let me smooth that now, and it should be just fine. So I'm already kind of heading close to that. That right there needs to be smooth. JLW Games and Tycoonatron. I like JLW Games. Shaun and Mike do stuff, of course. Well, yeah, obviously. You're already in here. One of the things that I like about JLW Games is that he's super into like realism, which makes me happy. Like, I used to watch Tycoonatron just because he did upload videos all the time, and his recreations are pretty decent, to be honest. But like, I don't know, like, I could tell that he wasn't as like hardcore as I was, so like there were times where I would find it like bad to watch, or I'd be like, no. In fact, there was this one time where he was live streaming, and I think he was building a Eurofighter, and he kept trying to figure out like why like the trains kept stopping, or why he couldn't run like more than two, or I don't remember what it was. It was something really simple to fix, and I like in the chat I was like, use block sections. I had to tell him like 50 times. And then he finally read it, and I was like, yes, he's gonna build the block sections now. And he never built the block sections, so I left the chat, because I was just so annoyed. Like, come on, like, you've been playing this game probably longer than I have, and you don't know what block sections are? Well, that's nothing against him. Like I can't really talk of, like, any crap on him, because he has way more like followers and whatnot than I have, and in the end of like it all, that's what really matters. But yeah, that's just my opinion. You guys are free to watch whoever you want. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start heading towards the breaks. I should actually probably start building backwards so I can figure that out. Okay, so block section here, straight section, really small. Another block section, full length, please. And then I'm gonna have it turn about, I'd say here-ish. And yeah, that'll work. Okay. Small block section and big set of friction brakes for realism's sake. Because after I said all that stuff, I'm not going to go back on my realism. You know what? I'm going to autocomplete it right here. That's not at all what I want. Okay, let me angle up. And there we go. Complete circuit. Yay! Complete circuit. I accidentally touched my cat and she made a noise. And it was adorable. Gotta go. See you, Christian. How many trains do you expect to run on this ride? 3 or 4. Ideally. I'm gonna see how this thing runs first, of course. Because I really don't know how it's going to run at all. Well, I'll go ahead and start adding trains. Block section. How many is the max I can run? I can run 6, but I'm not going to, so logically I should only run 3. Because 1, 2, 3, final. You know, I might be able to run 4 on this. I'll just have to see how I have to time the dispatches. Okay. See that right there needs some work. Go. That looks okay. This right here needs some smoothing. I'm kind of gonna leave the rest as is just to see how it works out. And now I need to start adding supports to this thing, and that's actually pretty easy. The only trick is that you usually want to start with the low segments first, and why the hell are there supports there? I didn't enable supports, I enabled... You know, I think it's because I built it backwards from the station. That'll do it. Let me turn off supports. Also, it might do the weird thing where it doesn't, like, it'll think that the train, or like the block sections aren't really there, which is stupid. Oh hey, the chat things show up in full screen mode. I wish you're gonna build Wild Mouse Coaster. And I probably will, just not right now. see. I should probably turn on angle snap once I figure out this. That looks okay. And this is the fun part. And by fun, I mean the not fun part. The fun part is building it. No, what the hell? I had that lined up. Okay, let's try that again. Right about there. I don't mind it touching. Let's see. And yeah, that'll do. Okay. So it's slightly offset, but I can fix that in a second. Let me turn down the grid height to 1, because I do want these to actually overlap to about there. And if it's not perfect, then that's fine. Actually, I kind of like the way that they're offset slightly. Okay. Yeah, it's slightly off, so... There we go. Alright, so there's that part, and yeah, that looks pretty good. That train's not advancing, and it has no reason not to advance. That train's not advancing because that block isn't clear. Alright, I know what to do. Alright, so I delete this, and I delete that, build that, and I'll do the same thing right here. Actually, yeah, there we go. Alright, that should fix things. Hey, stop attacking me, brat. Alright, where was I? I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna, actually no, that should be separate, that should all be separate. Alright, right here, I'm gonna use this, and I'll shove that over here. Okay, now how's that looking? It could actually go down a little bit more. It's a shame I can't rotate it the other way, because then that would look really, really good. Alright. And keep it going there. Alright, I'm really liking how these ones are looking. That's very, very Arrow. And Arrow is my favorite. After RMC. I thought that I clicked you. What the hell are you doing? Thank you. I guess I was clicking the wrong spot. Alright. So that'll do for that section. I think that's actually starting to look pretty good. What are you going to build next after this? I don't know. I was thinking about doing a modern style gravity group wooden coaster, but I don't know. Like, it's hard to say. Um, the next time I do this, more than likely the new update's gonna be out, so I might do a GCI just because it's a new thing I can build. But I'm honestly not really too sure yet. But probably either a GCI or um, a Woody. Control X. Oh, alright, this is the easy part, thankfully. Yeah, this looks good. Except the train's the wrong color. And why the hell isn't that train advancing? Why are you stopping there? Oh my god, why? Do I need to build you the opposite way also? Like, I don't get it. Alright. Short little section. That section. Alright. Get off my phone. Can you build William Cobb wooden roller coaster? I could. Probably. I mean, we already have the 6-car trains in here. I can tell that you're into the super, super old, obscure roller coasters. You know what? I think what I might end up doing, please don't quote me on this. Please, please, please don't quote me on this. I should build the Crystal Beach Cyclone. Because we'll have the flyer trains, and that's more or less what that thing ran. And it's such an iconic roller coaster. It's one of the only rides in existence to have had a nurse stationed at the exit because of how, like, aggressive that ride was. Like, it would just be really, really cool. I'd have to base it off of the No Limits version of it, which I think is accurate, but like, it's not going to be 100% obviously, and I don't I don't know how the game is going to react to me building Trick Track. Like, has anyone ever tried building Trick Track that's in the chat? And if you did, what happened once you hit the smooth button? Because I feel like as soon as I hit that smooth button, everything's just going to get, like, taken away. And that actually needs to be farther in, more like... What the hell's the blue one? There's the blue one. Whoops. What flyer trains on Planet Coaster? They're not out yet, but it's coming next week where we get the Millennium Flyer trains. It's like the Great Coasters International trains. Okay. This right here, I can just do that. That. Come on. Thank you. Okay. I just realized I don't have any music going right now. Like, in the background. That's kind of weird. Normally there's some sort of background music playing. I think... Oh, I know why. It's because I only have it playing when it's paused. That'll do it. Oh shoot. Come on. Alright. Alright, we're off to a good start so far. Oh man, it just crawls. I like that. Also, I should edit that one, delete that one, click that one, duplicate, and okay. Come on. Okay, so there's room for 1, 2, 3 on transfer. I'll have to add more, I think, but I'll do that later. That's boring. Let's see. Alright, that's not lined up at all. Needs to be more about there and up. There? That's fine. It's a little bit shorter, but I don't care. Gosh, whoops. I love how slow it hits that. I just love arrows. They are so unique. Okay, and I think that I'll use this, whoops. No, I'll use this one for the base of the lift. And it's looking like I'm gonna have to readjust some things. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Come on. Okay, now shift you back over. Maybe that's good. I'm just gonna have to keep building with it and see what we're at. And I'll start placing these. No. Thank you. And grid height to about there. Come on. Okay. Now this. God damn it. Okay, no! Yes, 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 yes. I don't mind the slight crossover that these things have right now. Like with the ties, I think it actually looks good. Then I'll obviously fill in the gaps with just the regular wooden support. Oh, come on. Please, please, please. Thank you. Good lord, I forgot how tedious this was, especially for such a smaller lift hill. It's not lined up. Okay. Like, just look at how slightly those things are even varying right now. It's so minute. Wish they were released next with Gerstlauer wooden coaster trains after. I don't know if we'll ever see the Gerstlauer trains. I kind of have a feeling that we won't, just because they're kind of obscure. And I think that they might only be in the United States. I could be wrong about this, or like I feel like either, you know what, I feel like Tonera de Zeus or Megaphobia might run Gerstlauer trains. Or maybe it's Loop Garou at Belgium. I don't remember. But I feel like one of the European Six Flags parks, or former Six Flags parks, used to run them on one of their coasters. But they're really, really unique style of trains. But to be honest, I think that as far as like other coaster trains go, we'll probably see the Morgan California Flyers before we see those. And those are the trains that used to run on Colossus, and they run on both of the Big Dipper coasters at the boardwalk parks in Santa Cruz and San Diego. Like, those are actually a little bit more iconic. They're definitely more iconic than the Gerstlauer trains. But I'm all for having as many like coaster trains as possible. Like, there's no such thing as too many varieties. Like, I would be okay if they added the Desperado style trains to this, which don't have the glass front, but they have like it's just like a solid nose on it and with a light in it, which is actually pretty cool. It's a very, very classic looking style train while being entirely modern. Okay, I'm gonna grab these and yeah. Whoops. I can get rid of that one now. And I'll grab these three. To there. Now these two. How is the clearance on that? There's not a lot of it. I'm pretty sure. I can move those up though to about here. Actually, there should do it, I think. And then, nope. I want that one, and I want roofs, and I want flat roofs, and I want. You know what? Maybe in latticework there's something I can use. No, there's not. I could use... I know what I can use. I can use flat roofs, and I can use the metal walkway. I just need to make it like a natural color, like brown. Okay, there we go, that's brown. Come on, come on. Let's see. Okay, that right there looks good for that. I still need to run that underneath. I want a train to pass through though, just so I can judge it. Like the distance. That train's coming over here right now. And here it comes into the brakes. On average, how many hours have you spent on Planet Coaster? Let's see. 171 on this version, 80 hours in the alpha, and then I don't know how many I got in the Frontier Launcher version, but I have a lot of hours. You know what? The red color of this is already starting to bother me, so I'm going to go ahead and change all of that. I think that I'll have the trains themselves be red, and that's it. Track color, that should all be that brownish color that I just used. You know what, that color right there is actually like the arrow shade of red, too. Or do I? No, I do like the orange. I'll leave them orange. But then again, the trains over there are also orange. So maybe I will go with like that dark red color. Okay, so they stack right there. I could probably change that though by making that lift hill a bit faster. Then it also changes that speed of when it gets to there. Yeah, I know what I can do. Okay, this is easy. So right there, I'll add tires right there. You know, all this really should have a catwalk on it. Like this entire thing before the station, or sorry, before the lift hill, should all have a catwalk on it. Okay, there we go. That looks better. Alright, no, stop. Alright. What do I want to do next? Also, don't really know how I'm going to connect this up with the path. How does it even look from here? So, if you're coming this way, you can see that when you're over here, right by there, you can see that. So, the natural path would be to have it running this way and then have it dead end right here and just have all of this kind of in the background and have shops and stuff alongside next to it. Yeah, that'll work. I can move that here-ish. Alright, I kind of want to start moving somewhere else, even though it is a bit premature. You know what? If I select both of those and duplicate, then I can kind of save some steps. Yeah. So, shoot. Okay. I have to move this again. Or at least there. And that still looks just fine. It's kind of close, but whatever. Alright. Need more of these. The good thing, know what? I was just about to say I can just copy and paste this onto that lift hill, but that lift hill is actually a different degree of ascent, so I can't copy and paste that. Okay. Grab this vertical section. No. No, 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 no. No, no. No. Thank you. And I want that, 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 and that. Okay. Alright, so I caught some of it, but that's okay. I can have that right there. How's that look? Looks great. Okay. Now I need to deselect those two and continue the copy and pasting. And okay. And I'm sure this is just about the most exciting live stream that you guys have ever seen anyone do in Planet Coaster. I mean, placing a bunch of wooden supports, like, God, you can't beat that. Okay, that actually saved a lot of time. You know, come to think about it, I can just... No, actually, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I don't know why I didn't do that beforehand. That was really stupid of me. But, and so was that. So that doesn't match. Okay. How's that looking right there? Kind of wonky. I feel like those ones are up too high. And okay. All right. Ugh. Let me check that chat. I wish Valley Fair would not tear down Excalibur. I agree. It's impressive. Can you build Wildcat One Coaster at Adora Park last... That's 5 months before the park closed. Dang, that sucks. I would love to build a lot of these things. I'm just not gonna do them right now. Like, I'm all for building obscure rides that don't exist anymore, or they just, like, weren't around for very long. Like, I'd love to do, Orient Express from Worlds of Fun also. Okay. Line that up. You know what? I just realized something. The Planet Coaster live stream was today, and I haven't watched any of it because I was sleeping, and I took my cat to the vet. And I should probably watch that as an educated member of the Planet Coaster community / a creator. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna watch that pretty soon, and then I might finish all this up on its own separate thing. This is kind of tedious. Okay. Let's go ahead and ride this thing. We're gonna start from... Not this train, though. We'll start from this train, which should be heading up the first lift. Also, I'm really hungry and I want to eat something. Some nice little air right there. Up into the mid-course. And down we go. On a burning hill. To a helix, really close to the ground. And then up into this block section, which goes into the lift. And nice kind of steep or classic arrow drop. That was bad. I will fix that, I promise you. That looked just terrible. And into the brakes. This is the part I really want to see. How are the clearances with that? Oh, that's just fine. That's perfect. And how soon is that train going to dispatch? Alright, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009. Alright, 9 seconds of stoppage, which isn't too bad. I'm going to go and watch this train now and see where the problem's actually occurring. Alright, that train's coming in right now. I really only need to make it like 1 or 2 miles per hour quicker. Let's go and change that one to 6. Alright. I'm going to speed up time. So that train's going. That one goes up. And that one goes. And away it goes. And up the lift. Down that one goes. That one's leaving now. That one stacked for a split second. But that one is not one that we're going to count because we're just not. And perfect. All it needed was a slight adjustment in the lift speed, and that's all that it took. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call that a finished stream for now. So thank you to those of you that have joined. Hope you liked it. And to those of you that are watching later, thank you for watching. And I don't know when my next stream will be. Probably Saturday, actually, because I'm off that day. And the only thing that I'll be doing is hanging out with my cat because she has surgery the day before. Because she's getting spayed. And I'm just going to hang out with her all day. Girlfriend's going to Disneyland, but I'm going to stay with the cat because that's the right